This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Welcome to A Little Bit Fit with me, Karen Ross. We are going to need today a towel, weights or soup cans, and of course your water. We always need that water. Before we get into our workout today, let's talk a little bit. We're going to go into our fit tip. So this is one that people really don't think about when they think about fitness, and it's sedentary time. How sitting is affecting your health, too much sitting. And people say, well, I already did a workout today. I spent an hour and I went for a walk and then sit around for the rest of the day. You've just undone all of the good you did during that 60-minute walk. You need to keep moving. We don't realize how much we are sitting until we start tracking it. How can we bust up that sedentary time? Lots of different ways. So if you're watching a show or whatever, every time there's a commercial, instead of pushing through it, with today's technology, get up and go for a little walk around your house. 30 seconds, that's all it takes. And instead of keeping all of the conveniences of snacks and whatnot right beside you, leave them in the kitchen so you have to go and walk to get them. What else can we do? Set a timer for every 10 minutes that you're sitting, get up and walk for a minute, or at least every 30 minutes, get up and move for 2-3 minutes. That's all it takes. You need to keep the blood pumping and you need to keep everything moving, your joints, your muscles, all of that. You need to sit up tall and oxygenate. So a lot of bad things happen when you sit too long. Early death is right at the top of the list there. Heart disease, all of that stuff, all of the bad things happen when you sit and sit and sit. And we don't realize how much we're sitting until we start writing it down and tracking it. So make sure that you get up and move a few minutes every half hour. So we are going to get our stuff and I'm going to meet you over here in 2 seconds. All right, are you ready to get that blood pumping? Let's do a little bit of dancing in our chair here. Just sway. Start moving your feet. Warming it up. Your heart rate's coming up. Increase your breathing. Go to that heel tap. Piano. That's the only piano I play. Bigger with the arms. Breathe. How about some toe taps? You can move your whole body while you're sitting in your chair, not just arms and legs. Play. Let's tap it out to the side. Breathe. Go back to that sway. I like this. Let's reach. Start to increase our range of motion as we warm up. Change the arms. Change the legs. And march it out. You have to do this because of the music. Get ready to switch. Have fun with it. Picking it up. Heel tap. Breathe. Toe tap. Breathe. Heel tap. Open and close. Breathe. Stay low or reach it up. Two arms if you want. Breathe. March it out. Ready? Work the hip. Who said you couldn't dance in your chair? Tap back out to the side. Add that arm. Always work within your current range of motion and don't let anything hurt. And breathe. March it out. Some heels. Toes. Switch. And march. Little kicks. Or heel tap. Always modify if you need to. Add some arms, opposites. To the front. You keep your arms low if that's where you want to work. Back to the heel tap. Push it back. Breathe. March it out. Get your torso moving. Get wiggling. dancing in your chair. We're going to start bringing it down, slowing it down. Start to bring our heart rate down slowly, but we keep moving. Half-time heel taps. Out and in. And we're just going to march it out here and bring it all the way down. Nice and slow. We want to bring our heart rate down. And there we have it. Cardio complete. Nice work. We're going to have some water. We're going to grab our weights, our towel, and I will see you back here in 2 minutes. Okay, let's make sure we've got our weights nearby, we've got our water, we've got our towel. Okay, so we're going to start our strength training part of our show. The very first one that we're going to do is a knee lift, but we're going to heel tap it out. So we're going to sit nice and tall in our chair. And again, this is working through the core. Remember? Core strength, very important. So sit up nice and tall, pull your tummy in, tall spine, put that imaginary book on the top of your head. You're going to lift your knee and then you're going to tap your heel out. Now you're going to lift it and you're going to put it back. Lift and tap, lift and put it back. Lift and tap, lift and put it back. So you're using your leg muscles, you're using the muscles around your hips, and you're using your tummy muscles to help move your leg out and in, out and in. Sit up tall, hang on under your chair if you choose, but keep your spine nice and tall. Keep that imaginary book on your head. We're going to do one more on this side. And we're going to shake it out. Shake it out. Get everything moving in there. Get everything moving in there. You can shake out the tension. You can massage the tension out. As long as you get everything moving in there, that's what matters. All right, let's reset. We're going to do the other side. So lift it, tap your heel, bring it back in. Lift it, tap it, bring it back in. Lift and tap. Keep that spine tall, keep that book on your head, and remind yourself to breathe. Breathe. And we're moving slowly. We want the muscles to actually do their job. When we go slowly, they do their job. When we move quickly, not so much. Out and in, out and in. We're going to do 2 more. Out and in. 1 more. Out and in. What do? We recover. Shake it out. Shake it out. And we're also going to grab a sip of water. Very important to stay hydrated. There we go. Moving to our next one. Very similar to what we just did, but we're going to tap it out to the side instead of tapping our heel to the front. So make sure that you're solid on your chair. And we're going to start with our feet to the front. Straighten that spine, get that book on your head. Make sure your shoulders are not here. Push them down. So we're going to lift it and we're going to tap it out to the side and bring it back. Notice how only my leg moves, nothing else moves. Out and in. I'm going to put my arms out here so you can see what's going on. Tap it out. Bring it back. So now we're increasing the range of motion through the hip joint. And we're using the outsides of our legs, insides of our legs, as well as the fronts and the backs. using our tummy muscles, and we're using a little bit of the oblique in the side of the body as well. We're going to do a few more on this side before we switch to the other side. One more. And shake it out. Shake it out. Take a big breath. Shake it out. A little bit of recovery in between movements goes a long way. All right, let's set up for the other side. Readjust, make sure you're solid in your chair. Pull your tummy in tight, book on your head, ready. I'm going to put my arms out here just so you can see what's happening with my leg. Tap it out to the side. Bring it back in. Lift, take it out. Bring it back in. Try not to let anything else move. Just your leg. Out and in. Be aware of your body starting to lean back. It will want to do that. Your body will cheat every chance it gets. Be mindful when you're moving and make sure that your body's actually doing what you're asking it to do. I'm going to do a few more. I'm going to do 2 more. Last one. And shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, we are done with our legs. We are going to go to some wrist, forearm work. We use our fingers all day long, but we sort of ignore them when we come to strength training. So you're going to grab your towel and you're going to bunch it up. And all we're going to do is we're going to squeeze it. Okay, so put it in your left or your right hand, up or down. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use palm to the floor. It's easier for your shoulder. It's harder to do that to the shoulder. So palm down and just squeeze. Squeeze your towel. Squeeze. Use your whole hand and your fingers. Squeeze. Grip strength. Squeeze. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. We're going to do 3 more. There's 3, 2, 1. Put your towel in your other hand and shake this one out. Shake that one out. You ready to do the other side? Grab that towel. Ready? Squeeze. 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 Use your whole hand and your fingers and squeeze it as hard as you can. Squeeze it, release it. Squeeze it, release it. We're going to do 2 more. And last one. Put your towel down and shake it out. Shake it out. The last one we're going to do very quickly is we're just going to work the wrists. So hang on to your weights and you're just going to curl. Looks like this from the side. Curl. 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 This one fatigues the wrists and the forearms rather quickly. That's why we don't do very many. 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice work. So we're going to grab our water, have a sip of water, and then I will see you back here in 2 seconds to stretch it out. All right, we've worked hard and now it is time to stretch it out. Stretching is important for muscle health, joint mobility, all of those things, releasing pain from the body. We're going to start with the inside of our leg. We worked that hard, so we're going to shift over to the outside of our chair. Hang on. And we're just going to reach out to the side. You want to feel a nice little stretch on the inside of the leg, not too much. You want to feel a stretch, but it shouldn't hurt. And then we're going to sit up nice and tall. Try to point your toe forward if you can. Breathe. sitting up tall and breathing. Breathe. And remember, you can do these little stretches several times throughout the day. Sitting, which you shouldn't have been sitting for a long time, sedentary time, right? Do some stretches. Get up and move, and then do a couple of little stretches. Let's wiggle walk the foot back home. Take your time and be careful going over to the other side of your chair. Bring your feet forward, hang on. We want this side of our body off the chair as much as possible. And I'm going to lean over initially to reach out. And then I'm going to sit up tall. If it's too much to bring your leg out under your armpit, please bring it forward. Bring it forward. Remember, you start where you are. With your cardio, your strength training, and your flexibility, you start where you are and you grow from there. Breathe. Always breathing, conscious breathing, oxygen in. Breathe. Let's start that wiggle walk. Good job. Bring yourself back to center in your chair. We're going to stretch out the back of the leg. So come forward on your chair. You want to be solid in your chair, but you want your leg off of the chair as much as possible. We're going to straighten our spine. We're going to extend and then pull the toe toward your body. Your leg is as straight as possible. Pull the toe toward the body. Re-straighten that spine. And now we're going to hinge forward, pushing our chest toward our turned up toe. But as you hinge forward, look down at your turned up toe so you don't crunch anything in the back of your neck. Breathe. Don't take it to pain. You want to feel tension in the back of that leg, but not pain. Breathe. And come back up to tall and bring that foot home. Let's do the other side. Extend and straighten. Pull your toe toward your body. Sit up nice and tall, and now push your chest toward your turned up toe until you feel tension in the back of that extended leg. Not pain, just tension. But look down at your toe so you keep the back of your neck open. Breathe. Remember, we have to hold it for at least 30 seconds for the stretch to even begin. Breathe. And come back up to tall and bring that foot home. All right, because we worked through the wrists and the fingers and the forearms, we're going to do stretches specifically for that today. Make a stop sign. Bring your hand forward. Make sure that your hand is below your shoulder. You don't want to be up here. You want to be down here. Now we're going to support, and I'm just going to turn my hand sideways so you can see. I'm going to support all of my fingers, and I'm going to pull back and push this palm into that hand. Keep your extended arm, your stretching arm, as straight as possible. You want to feel a stretch underneath your wrist and into the under part of your forearm. Breathe. Breathe. And we're going to release, fingers down, avoid your joints this time, only pushing on the back of your hand until you feel a stretch in here. Keep that arm straight and hand below the shoulder. Breathe. And let's do the other side. Start here, support all of your finger joints. Pull back as you push. Keep that stretching arm as straight as you can. You want to feel that stretch in the bottom part of the wrist and bottom part of the forearm. Breathe. I know I say breathe a lot, but sometimes we tend to hold our breath. So I like to give lots of reminders. And we're going to point the fingers down, press on the back of the hand, avoiding the finger joints until we feel a stretch in the top. Breathe. I catch myself holding my breath far too often. And when we hold our breath, we're not oxygenating the blood. So we need to breathe and release. We're going to go into some neck stretches. So sit up nice and tall. You're going to tip your ear toward your shoulder. Small increments of movement, very slowly. You want to open this side of the neck as much as you can. Keep looking straight forward. And bring it back to center. Let's do the other side. Slowly opening this side of the neck. And coming back to center. Let's look over our shoulder. Slowly turning the head, sitting up tall. And coming back to center. Look over the other side. And bring it back to center. And there we have it. Thank you for working so hard. I will see you back over there in 2 seconds. Thank you for joining me for another episode of A Little Bit Fit. You worked so hard today. You worked your cardio, you worked your strength, you worked your flexibility training, right? It's not just stretching. You need to work at that every single day. So let's recap our fit tip. Sedentary time, something we don't think about very much unless you think about it, right? So bust up your sedentary time. Even if you've gone for a walk, you've gone for an hour or two walk, that doesn't mean you get to sit around and do nothing for the rest of the day. You undo all the good you did during that walk. So set a timer if you have to. I do. Every hour that I sit, I get up and move for at least 5 minutes. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I interrupt my sedentary time purposely and mindfully. I want to keep my blood pumping. I want to increase my oxygen levels in my blood. So keep moving to improve your overall health. So thank you again for joining me on A Little Bit Fit, and I will see you again next time. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you have, the more you can grow. Take care.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
I did it.
I need it.
The hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website. Pledge a gift to life. You'll be glad you did.